Hey everybody, welcome to Montana Musings Outdoor Channel. Well, this weekend was Thanksgiving weekend, and here in Montana, it's the last weekend for hunting in, well, my area would be 441. And so, because there's a Highway 89, and if you're east of that, then that's a 3-week hunt, and west of that towards the mountains is a 5-week hunt. So we have a pretty good hunting season here in Montana, which is great. But I finally put a tag on a deer. It's been a while. I've been trying to get elk for the last couple of years. I didn't hunt for a little while there. Just seemed like there was always something else going on. But been trying to get back into it. And last year was pretty much just elk hunting. And when I did go, the weather was too nice. Didn't see much. This year was the same thing for elk hunting, but kind of a last-minute hunt. My son came up from Missoula, and we went out to a friend's place, and we were able to get on some deer the first day. And yeah, they were probably around 400 yards away, and kind of spooky, so we didn't get on them. And this time, we drove down along a kind of there's a creek bottom, and then there's a ditch above it, and we drove along that ditch, and we saw some deer running, and of course right behind them was a couple coyotes. So we thought, well, that's not a good sign. But so we thought, well, let's go up there and see what we can see. And so we parked on the bottom and hiked up the hill, and we crossed over a fence and was coming around a little knob, and all of a sudden I'd look and there's a deer coming back towards us. So I don't know if the coyotes had went around and just kind of spooked it back towards us or what, but I just got down on one knee, and it sort of filtered towards us a little bit closer, and my son ranged it, and he said it was 189 yards. So as soon as the crosshairs dropped down and I was trying to get a high shoulder shot, and the way my gun zeroed, it was just dead on anyway. So I shot, and it just dropped in its tracks, and so game over on that one. So I went down to get the pickup, and my son went over to drag it down towards this little trail that was there in the pasture, and all of a sudden I'm going towards the pickup, and I hear boom, boom, and mine was a muley, and he saw a whitetail, and so he shot it, and it was about 100 yards away from where the deer was that he drugged. So we drug them up together and boned them out and headed back to town. So it was a fun experience, that's for sure. It was cold, and of course we were in hunting mode, so I wasn't in film mode, so I didn't get any of it on camera, but I'll throw a picture in here, and you can have a look at my little tiny deer that I got. It was a yearling, so it wasn't real big, but anyway, it was good, and the meat will be good. We just get Thuringer and pepper sticks and stuff like that made out of it, so that'll be good. And of course, my son and his wife, they got their elk, which I don't know if you saw that in another video, but I think I just did a post on that. But they picked up a couple of cows, and they each had cow permits, so that was good for them. So they got their freezers full, and get a little bit of. They kind of like to save the elk for the good cuts, and then if they get a deer, then they make Thuringer and pepper sticks out of that. So, but I thought I'd just do a little quick review of the skinning knives we had. This is what I had. This was actually made by the guy who we hunted on, and he used to make knives just like I used to make saddles. I don't know if you can go back and find my video on my saddle making days, but the story behind this knife is him and I and a friend of his were elk hunting by Hungry Horse. Oh, it's been got to be 20 years ago now, I would say. And had my dad's knife, was one of them, I think it was a Case that made these. And so we saw some elk up on the mountain, and so we were going up after them, and I had my knife on my sheath on the side and going through some brush, and I think what happened was the brush flipped my scabbard upside down going through there, and the knife just fell out, so I lost it. So I just kind of drew out on a piece of paper what I remembered how the shape was and stuff, and he made this, and it worked really good. I had a good edge on it, thankfully, and it went right through that deer, no sweat. So, but yeah, that's a really nice knife. He did a great job on it. I like the shape, and then I made the sheath for it. So, it's just a hair bigger than my dad's because they still had the sheath for it, but so it wouldn't quite fit in there. But just going by memory and drawing it on a piece of paper, it turned out pretty good. And then my backup was this folder here, which was also given to me by my dad. And it's a tree brand, and it's made of 440C steel, I guess. I don't know that much about that stuff, but it's pretty good. It's a nice little folder. I've had it for a long time, and it works good. And then the other one I had, which I didn't have to use because the other ones just did the job, was this kniferiver that I got. I did a video on that a while back, and comes with a little sheath, but I didn't have to use that. So, but that's a nice little backup knife if you need one. So it's got a good shape for skinning. So when it'll be nice. I just never had to use it. So anyway, if I do have some more, I have another video coming up. I used my 6.5 PRC to shoot that thing with a Norma 143 grain Bondstrikes. And it literally just dropped it. It went through the rib on the one side, high shoulder, busted the rib, and came out the other side. And I was hoping to find the bullet, but it was a pass through, and never did find that. So, but it just dropped it in its tracks. So that was good. But I did, since we got done with hunting season, I had ordered that EP5 from Arkin, got it. So over the weekend I put that on, and so I'll be doing a video on that and showing you guys how that turned out, and very soon here. So, but I just wanted to give you a little heads up of what the weekend was like, and getting my deer, which like I said, it's been a while, so pretty excited about that. And I guess I've got to wait for a year now to do some more hunting and everything, but we'll have plenty of other videos and things to talk about, getting ready for doing some reloading for, I'm going to use that 6.5 PRC for some PRS stuff, and I still got my 6 ARC, and so we're going to have some fun next spring. But just wanted to give you a little video here what happened over the Thanksgiving weekend, and let you know that I got some stuff coming up. So thanks for watching, and I really appreciate it. We're getting close to 500, so if you're watching this and if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I could sure use a little bit of help getting over 500. That'd be awesome. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching Montana Musings Outdoor Channel.